Hormones are essentially at their core messengers in the body. They tell the body how to act, how to feel, and really how to be fertile, especially in the female case. And male case, I guess, but I'm, female specialist, so whatever. When it comes to symptoms, you can have blatantly hormonal symptoms. A lot of women think, PMS or heavy periods, or sometimes hair loss or fatigue, but we can go even into the depth with acne is very hormonal, gaining weight, feeling cold all the time, mood swings, irritability, constipation. Your gut can be very influenced by your hormones and is a really big part of your hormone health, even though it's technically not in the endocrine system. So hormones are everything. They're basically messengers, and they travel along the body and they communicate to each other. And if there's one thing that you have to understand about hormones, it's that they are all very intertwined with each other. So having one hormone that's off, say estrogen, throws off everything. Having insulin that's too high throws off everything. So it's important not to see hormones in a single cortisol, insulin, estrogen, but that they all work together and they're all very connected in the body. And that's why it makes it so complicated. And you need someone to explain it to you.
Yeah. Cool. And so what affects our hormones? So you say that they're all intertwined together. What kind of things are going to change our hormones?
The number one thing that's going to affect your hormones in the big picture is stress. The number one overlooked enemy of hormones is stress. And when I say stress, I don't just mean I'm emotionally stressed about my job. I mean nutrient depleted diet, not getting enough nutrients, that's stressful on the body. Over exercising, pushing your body past its limits, and that's stressful. Not getting enough food, that's stressful. 5 o'clock traffic, or having an anxious personality where you're just like angry all the time, or you're anxious all the time, that's stressful. So stress in general, like, it's an umbrella term, but you could pretty much put most things under that category of this is stressful to the body and that's screwing up all of your hormones. And B, don't stress. just calm down. Like, I know I say that, but some of the best ways you can do that, because I think we all know we need to stress less, but let me just say, you can meditate and you do yoga, and that's great. Like, I really am a fan of that. Do things that bring you joy. But I will tell you that for the women that I see, and I think for a big part of the population, one of the most overlooked stressors that they're not looking at is their relationship with their body and how stressed out they are all the time with insecurities in the way that they look and the feeling of never being good enough. You have to recognize that day in and day out, those thoughts you're having, those feelings you're having are a threat. Your mind and your brain is perceiving those as a threat. So if day in and day out, you're interacting with yourself and your body in a very negative way, you are in a chronically stressed state, and you might not even know it because it's just normal to you. And that's really, really damaging to your hormones. And it's also just not a quality of life that you want to live.
The average woman puts 500 synthetic chemicals on their body every day, which is insane. And then actually there was another stat that went further, and it said babies, before they even come out, are actually pre-exposed to, I think it was 300 synthetic chemicals before they're even born, which is insane. A lot of that's because what you're putting on your skin and what you're eating.
When you're pregnant. Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
I mean, you think about it, like, you're absorbing it through your skin. It's in your bloodstream. It's getting absorbed into tissues. And then you get pregnant and you're still using these products. And then while the baby's being formed, like, that baby's using you as a home. Exactly. So you have to be really, really careful. It's honestly wild. But if you're a woman, you shouldn't be that surprised. It's like, think about how much crap you put on yourself every day. And then in each product, there's like 1 million ingredients on each product. So it's really not that surprising. And the most deceptive thing that you can think is, oh, it's just a little bit here and there. Like, it's just a little bit every day. It's not a big deal. But it's the small doses every single day that are really impacting and really overburdening your liver and your body.